Hello, Peter the Cat here. Originally, my Peter the Cat Pwns America series was supposed to be a trilogy, but now it's going to be a four-parter. I'm adding an extra part. I'm going to pwn Alex Jones for this video, specifically his online store. You see, I was watching the interview Donald Trump had with him back in December 2015, and it wasn't really anything spectacular, but at the end, I saw the ad where Alex Jones promotes his detox medicine and stuff, and I decided to take a look at Alex Jones's store just out of curiosity. And you wouldn't believe it, Alex Jones's store is almost as crazy as he is. Let's take a look at it right now. Now, I'm not going to look at everything in Alex's store. I'm just going to go over certain products. First, I'm going to start off with some of his shirts. First, we have this Hillary for Prison shirt, and on the back it says "Deport George Soros," because I think he was from Hungary or something. And Soros looks like some sort of weird zombie thing. That's a bit weird and creepy.
Here's a lovely review saying Hillary should be hung for high treason. Not all the reviews are this crazy. Most of them are just saying, oh, this t-shirt fits nice, or this was a good conversation starter. I'll be reading crazy reviews in another video.
If I remember, we actually have not charged anyone for treason in the United States since, I think, 1953. Even John Walker Lynn, the American Taliban, even he didn't get charged with treason for whatever reason. And then we have this Bill Clinton rape shirt. Yeah, I'm sure the feminists are going to like that one. I wonder what it would be like if someone was to do a similar shirt of Donald Trump, but instead it said, pussy grabber at the bottom or something. I wonder how Alex Jones fans would take that. I guess it would be a good conversation starter, maybe. Then we have this Save America t-shirt, and it has the American flag upside down. And they explain in the flag code that if you turn an American flag upside down, it means you're in a state of distress. However, a lot of people, they see an upside-down flag and they kind of take offense at it, kind of like, turning a cross upside down.
Here's a review on this shirt where the buyer says his school is run by liberal communists and that they were mostly ugly, overweight lesbians. Nothing is more patriotic than red-baiting, fat-shaming, and throwing some homophobia in the mix.
I bet Donald Trump would be really proud of that, Yeah, that's what Trump does. If a woman displeases them, just call them fat or unattractive. Trump is my president. Simple and to the point. I'm not joking here. One person actually says they want to be buried in this shirt. 9/11 was an inside job. Of course, no conspiracy theorist store would be complete unless you had something about 9/11 conspiracies. Fluoride in the water supply. This is one of Jones's more popular conspiracy theories, aside from the FEMA death camps and vaccines causing autism. On the back, he has facts about fluoride and everything. And I'm not joking. Fluoride in water at one time was a communist conspiracy theory. Yeah, that's not a joke. Strangely, the water bottles that Jones is selling, they don't have a no fluoride in this water bottle. That's kind of a weird omission. Last shirt I'll be looking at. Ideas are bulletproof. Both a shirt and a sticker. Now, for those of you who don't know, I believe this is a quote from Alan Moore's comic, V for Vendetta, which is ironic because if you know who Alan Moore is, he's actually a pretty big left-winger. Northfire in the comic is actually based on the British National Front, a really big right-wing group. He's an occultist. He despises monotheism, so, while Alex Jones is a Christian. And here's the funniest thing. Alan Moore despises conspiracy theories. He does acknowledge some are real, but he blames more leaders rather than, the Jewish bankers or the homosexual conspiracy.
It is about 0.00001% of the world's population that causes 99.99999% of the world's problems. And that tiny percentage, it's not the Jewish banking conspiracy. It's not the asylum seekers. It's not the secret homosexual conspiracy running Hollywood. It's not even the Scientologists. It is leaders.
Also, rest in peace, John Hurt. For those of you who don't know, he played Adam Sutler / Adam Susan. Neither description for this product mentions that the quote comes from V for Vendetta. I wonder if Warner Brothers could sue them for copyright infringement. That would probably just draw more attention to Alex Jones, though. We also have some Donald Trump playing cards. And I just wanted to highlight this one product because I think it's weird, because I actually found this book in the library, Trumped. And it's some book exposing what a bad businessman he is or something. It's from 1991, kind of out of date, but still, I just thought it was funny to see some Trump playing cards. And then, I accidentally borrowed a book that has, Trump on a playing card on the cover. Now let's look at Alex Jones's medicine section. And this is where you're going to find things like DNA Force, various detox pills and stuff. But the big seller is Super Male Vitality. Yeah, I'm going to be a big, strong tomcat. Note I say tomcat. I don't use terms like alpha or beta male. That is the dog attempt to control language. One bottle of Super Male Vitality is like $60. A whole 10-pack, however, is like $500. And there's like 2,000 reviews for this thing. So I guess we have a hint of like who Alex Jones's main audience is. There's also a Super Female Vitality bottle thing. I guess that one person who was complaining about his fat lesbian teachers, I guess he could have sent them one of these bottles, just to try and connect with them and be more friendly. I don't know. But anyway, let me read you like the description for Super Male Vitality.
The invention of Super Male Vitality. I'm only going to read the first half of this. Super Male Vitality is the result of ancient wisdom, reinterpreted over several years in the light of modern equipment and analysis. The history of Super Male Vitality is based on the proprietary Spagarex process, I don't know how to pronounce that, which was invented during extensive research on the numerous biological deficiencies that males may experience as they age. This led researcher Dr. Group, yeah, his name really is Dr. Group, not a group of doctors, Dr. Group, on a 6-year journey to create the most powerful herbal male hormonal support product in the market. It was all started by studying a combination of herbs that have been traditionally understood to enhance and regulate the body, as well as the works of the most famous 16th century healer, scientist, and formulator, Paracelsus. I don't know if I'm saying his name right.
You gotta like the part where they try to appeal to ancient wisdom. Paracelsus, I think that's his name. He's the father of toxicology and once said the dose makes the poison. It's very funny because if you look at his wiki, it says that he relied more on making observations in nature rather than relying on ancient texts. Kind of ironic to the whole ancient wisdom thing. The section I found most surprising on Alex Jones's store has to be the section where he was like selling all this survival gear. Now, I knew that he sold questionable medicine and like these dumb t-shirts, but I had no idea that, all these conspiracies about FEMA death camps and the end times are coming, like, he's actually selling people stuff they will need to survive if there's like a war breaks out or the apocalypse or whatever. Here we have some nuclear survival stuff. There isn't really a lot here. We have protective gear here. There's this thing you can put on a gun. If you're at an NRA meeting or you're at the shooting range, let them know I'm an InfoWars supporter. But then we also have frickin' body armor. I'm not joking. This particular body armor I'm looking at costs like $1,400. And Alex Jones really wants you to know that this is good shit you're buying because he even has like a video demonstration, like having his guys like shoot the armor and showing how good it is. I mean, man. We have some survival seeds and it tells you that they're all non-GMO because Alex Jones is like some sort of anti-GMO conspiracy theorist or something. Then we have reviews for water filters to keep the fluoride out. And strangely, some of the people reviewing this product say that unfiltered water tastes like chemicals, whatever that means. And then we get to survival food. You can buy food from Alex Jones for like just a few weeks, a few months, up to an entire year for over $1,000. Wow! So there must be some very rich Alex Jones fans out there. And this food, it has a shelf life of like 25 years. Now, GuineaPigDan is like 28 years old now. This food will last until he's 53. That is mind-blowing. Now, you might be wondering, why did I want to highlight the Alex Jones store? Well, the reason why is because if you go through Alex Jones's videos and also the videos of his lackey, Paul Joseph Watson, you'll see them, like, making fun of SJWs, crying over Trump's election. Oh, no, we're doomed. They're making fun of these people, and you just have to wonder, who the fuck are Alex Jones and Paul Watson to go around saying, oh, you SJWs are such whiny little whiners. But then Alex Jones is selling people fucking body armor, survival food and all this gear and stuff, making people scared that, the NWO is going to come after us, vaccines are giving us autism and blah, blah, blah. He is profiting off paranoia. I mean, you think, feminists are like professional victims? Dude, listen to Alex Jones. He's making people scared that Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton are demons and, the end times are coming. He has made professional victimhood into an art form. I'm not joking.
Another way Alex Jones makes himself into a professional victim is how he laments how Google and Facebook are considering InfoWars as fake news.
Well, now Zuckerberg has come out and said he's going to restrict conservative news like Communist China does, calling it fake news.
Now, I don't believe that people should be barred from sharing links to InfoWars or Prison Planet on social media websites, and the website glitch or whatever it is that prevents people from seeing their subscribers' new uploads unless they check the bell is a legit problem with YouTube, so there is a place I would be in agreement with Alex Jones. Restricting what people can say and discuss when it doesn't violate website TOSs is not the solution. You'll just invoke the Barbra Streisand effect and make Jones more popular if you try to restrict his material. That all being said, when you look at the kinds of videos Jones is putting up, you can see why InfoWars is labeled fake news. There's the numerous conspiracy theories about fluoride, vaccines, chemtrails, and FEMA death camps, and clickbait nonsense such as Hillary Clinton giving birth to an alien. All the video is just her spitting something into a glass of water. Hillary and Obama are spirit-cooking Satanists and demon-possessed, and we know this because flies land on them and people around them have supposedly said they smell like sulfur. Alex Jones continues to insist that Obama's birth certificate is fake, even after when Trump renounced birtherism. He also says Shia LaBeouf is actually a mind-controlled MKUltra victim. Interestingly, this video is just Paul Watson saying what an idiot LaBeouf is, and not actually giving evidence that he's being controlled by MKUltra. Did you also know that Mexico has declared war on the USA, and that Pope Francis has converted to Islam? Let's also not forget how Alex Jones promoted conspiracies, such as the Sandy Hook shooting being a hoax, calling crying parents actors, for example. Even in his final statement on Sandy Hook, while Jones distances himself from the idea that no one died, he still insists that some kind of cover-up took place and asserts many truther claims. And even when he says his heart goes out to any children that might have been lost at Sandy Hook, he still has the gall to say this.
And so if children were lost in Sandy Hook, my heart goes out to each and every one of those parents and the people that say they're parents that I see on the news. The only problem is I've watched a lot of soap operas, and I've seen actors before. And I know when I'm watching a movie, and I know when I'm watching something real.
So while Alex Jones and Paul Watson are mocking SJWs who cry and harass people on buses, you have people who take these conspiracy theories too seriously and they go around harassing parents or other people associated with Sandy Hook and other tragedies. Let's also not forget the Pizzagate shooting, a conspiracy that Alex Jones himself entertained and put out a video saying that people should investigate the pizza parlor, but then he later deleted the video after the shooting. A clip of the video is still on Twitter though. When can we expect Alex Jones or any of his associates to come out and denounce these kinds of actions? It's reasons like these why I don't take Alex Jones seriously, and it is very concerning that President Trump is giving conspiracy theorists like him legitimacy.
So this video is just a big fuck you to all these conspiracy theorists, Alex Jones, David Icke, Mark Dyson, all these other weirdos. And to be fair, Paul Joseph Watson, he does on occasion point out some legitimate left-wing crazies, like Madonna saying, I'm gonna joke about blowing up the White House, but really, I don't think it's consistent to be like, oh, these people are whiners, but then, you're selling people body armor and all this other shit. Well, anyway, if you excuse me, the Donald Trump video will be coming sooner or later. I don't know when. I need to do some research. Yeah. So anyway, okay. Peter the Cat here. Bye, everybody. I gotta do a lot of reading for this next video.